Ultraman Super Protection of the ship. Okay, so ignore everything I just said.
Okay.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Autopod Decepticast. This is your weekly podcast that delivers a minute-by-minute breakdown of the 1986 Transformers movie. This is episode 41, and that is going to cover the 40:01 to the 41-minute mark. And guys, listeners, I don't really want a lot for Christmas, and frankly, I don't care at all about the presents underneath the Christmas tree. Here's the deal. All my wishes have already come true because all I want for Christmas are these two gentlemen next to me. Please introduce yourselves.
I'm Ryan.
I'm Caleb. Ho, ho, ho.
Christmas Caleb.
Yes.
Christmas Carter. Guys, what did you get your significant squeezes this year? Anything?
Oh, it's real exciting. An orgasm.
That's supposed to, so it's just a special once-a-year thing?
Yeah, well, she'd never had one before, with me, just exclusively. And so I just watched her with a vibrator. I was like, Merry Christmas to you.
Caleb, something similar, I'm sure.
When you've been as married as long as I have.
As married. You're super married.
I'm so married. I allowed her to sleep in the bed by herself for the evening.
These are very depressing
I hope
presents.
she doesn't hear that because she'll say like, "Oh, you allowed me to sleep by myself."
She doesn't listen to this.
No, she does not.
Sometimes I force Wes to listen to it while I'm editing it, and I say something particularly witty. I'm like, listen to this shit. That's gold that I spun.
What percent of the time that you do that does West agree with you or just kind of be like, yeah, it's great, let's move on?
Make eye contact at all.
That's how Wes reacts to everything, though.
That's true.
She, so, you know, it's great. It's.
I think you were trying sincerely to be honest there, but it's still.
She pretends that it's funny.
Yeah.
At least it's a good act. I actually got her like an electric heating pad and a new lunchbox and this weird bowl that you eat sunflower seeds out of with a little stand for your phone to watch TV.
What?
I'll put a picture of it up.
So
I'll
wait,
look it
so
up
it's
right
a stand that so you can watch television on your phone, and it's got a separate little compartment.
It's a real specific device.
Nuts out of?
That's right. All right, here.
While he's looking that up, what did you really get, Andy?
I got her a $30 gift certificate to the educational supply store down the street.
Explain this.
It's cool. It's a cool store. It's got all kinds of like. It's an educational supply store. This is gonna be really boring to our readers.
I think the present before was better.
Yeah, it's got like huge like dry erasers in the shape of like dogs or rainbows, and it's got like.
What led you down this path?
Did she ask for this?
No, but she actually really likes it. There's cool stuff in there, like games, like board games and stuff like that, and.
There's the bowl.
I don't. That's really bizarre.
Why
It's real
does
weird.
that
Huh?
exist?
See, like you put, there's a space for the nuts and a space for the shells.
This doesn't
Ew.
even make
so
any
she can
sense.
like, do you crack them in your mouth?
Yeah.
And then you spit them into that compartment in
That's
there?
right.
Did you buy this for her because she likes?
I sent it to her
Those
in a
kind of-
text as a joke of like, look at this crazy shit. She's like, I want one of those, right? And I don't think she really does, but it was like $8.
All right, well, I got Melody giant enlarged photos of her daughters, so
We're doing great.
you guys have much more interesting gifts than me. We got a few shout-outs to speak of. First of all, I would like to give a little thanks to Mike Seibert of the Seibert Radio. He gave us a nice mention on his show, and I'd have to say I enjoyed his show as well.
Yeah.
I hadn't listened to it before, and I listened to it completely out of vanity.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what? I think I'm going to keep on listening.
Yeah.
It's really cool. It's a nice, pop culture, kind of geek culture podcast. And I have to say, it kind of made me jealous just because he's way more articulate than me
Yeah.
personally
He
and
talk
has a better
better.
voice than me, and it's just a more balanced professional podcast in
He
every
does.
way.
He talk better than we do.
You got that? You got it out.
I tried about 3 times.
I know. I was listening to you struggle.
But then it's actually makes
But
it
it
even
worked.
better. And then that leads me. Wait, we've got one more, but before we get into it, I want to give a little reminder that it is listener appreciation season, and guess what?
Yeah.
We're gonna extend it
'Cause
through December 31st. This is gonna. Let's see. You'll be listening to this on the
Christmas
eve.
Eve.
The
Christmas
eve.
Eve.
Of Christmas. And so we'll just extend it to the end of the year. We're developing what it is a little holiday thank you to all those who've expressed enjoyment of our little show. All you've got to do is rate and review on the magical audio platform that is iTunes. Leave us a little review. Send us a little email at apoddcast@gmail.com or Twitter at apoddcast private message with your address. And
I mean, you could put a public address if you want.
I mean, it's
to
up to
like
you.
It's just
Get-
advice.
We're giving you the
Get
option
stabbed in the
to
face.
keep
Giving
it
you
private.
We're just trying to give you advice here.
But one person who's taken us up on this little officer, officer, please,
Officer friendly.
Officer Krupke,
Officer Krupke.
Krupp you, a gentleman named Benjamin Ko from the Guangdong province
Guangdong.
in southern China.
Good.
And he left us a nice little note here that I'm going to ring, a little 5 stars on iTunes, China edition. And his comment is, in a world where Aaron and Ryan sound the same, and Caleb has the most distinct voice
Yeah.
of the trio,
This
brings
is my
us
favorite
minutes,
guy now.
brings us minutes and sometimes an hour of jib-jab about the things I love, the G1 Transformers. The show gave me more insight about the voice actors in the 1986 movie, some of the original scripts, drafts, and deviations, and the favorite moments of any minute. These aristicons of the TF world gel well together as evident by the tangent banters and jovial convos.
Damn.
They're not all jovial. It's the only podcast I listen to because there's still a purpose of the show, and I like it. It's a really good show to listen to, so subscribe away. Now, first of all, I can't be mad because we did say that you could say whatever you wanted as long as you gave us 5 stars, but the fact that you think Caleb has the most distinct voice...
I thought Caleb wrote this. Whenever I read it, I honestly did. And I'm like, wow.
I have to admit, Ben Ko, he's actually my brother. And I put him up to this.
Okay, great.
Your brother.
You guys didn't know I have a brother in Guangdong?
The Guangdong province of southern China, touching
Yes.
the
Oh,
ocean.
the Chinese Carters.
Yes.
Here's the thing. I think Caleb's lying, but Ben, I actually am worried about you. I think you might be suffering from a type of sensorineural hearing loss. Perhaps some head trauma or abrupt change in air pressure is causing you to really miss out on the differentiating low bassy tones of Ryan and my voice and causing Caleb's high childlike brass to seem more appealing to you. But at any rate, I say thank you. But let us help you out. This is Aaron speaking right now. You'll know it's me. Because I'll be saying a lot, and you'll know Ryan speaking because he'll be talking about fucking and sucking.
That's right.
pretty much
Penis, cock, wiener, pussy.
That's how you tell the difference between us.
Yeah.
But thanks.
I don't disagree. I do not disagree with that. Yeah. Yeah. And Ben, thanks for the review out there. Maybe we'll be the #1 podcast in Guangdong one of these days.
You can make this happen.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And but just by the way, the contest is retroactive. So anybody who's commented before, you're included.
So thank you for listening. Your secret gift is in the mail soon. You also, I recommend listening to more podcasts. It doesn't have to be just us. That felt a little sad to me. I have several to recommend. The Heaven's Gate podcast, our friends at Transmissions, Mike Seibert Radio, for that matter. But so yeah, invite all of you who've already reviewed to get in on the action. So let's, this is our Christmas episode.
Yes.
I don't know if you guys brought me any presents.
I think you do know that I did.
Oh,
Yeah, I brought you a deer steak amongst a bunch of other shit that I you last week.
How do you cook deer steak properly?
Microwave.
Well, you Google
You boil it.
You hit Google and you go deer steak recipe.
Okay.
Usually it's good on a grill
Okay.
or broiling it.
It's a very lean meat.
Right.
So
It's good.
like buffalo.
I never really eat it, so I know it's gamey probably.
Well,
Has a
no,
funk
not
to it.
really.
Not
No.
really. It's
This
just
one-
I don't honestly think it's very good, but
No, well, fuck you. I got you one too.
I'll eat it. But I'm like just on its own, like like you have to do stuff to it. It's not like beef where you can just put salt and pepper.
Yeah, it's. I mean, I really like it ground. You can put it in.
Welcome to Culinary Hour.
Yeah. God damn. Anyway, deer steaks.
Let's recap the last episode real quick. Oh, jeez, what's this? I got a mysterious email. Yeah, I presume this is from a listener. Let me click through here. Because somebody,
click.
okay, it's from somebody named J Marley Buns 420 at dickinsider.com. Okay. Oh, it's our old podcasting co-host who quit before the show kicked off. His name's Jay Cobb. I haven't heard from him in a while. I wonder what he's up to. The subject line is "Y'all are in for it." Okay. The message is, "Hi guys, I'm dead. But I'm writing you from the afterlife to tell you that the path you're headed down is wrong. While recording today, you will be visited, oh, nice typo, idiot, by 3 spirits. Listen to their advice or you will be cyber cursed to watch Call of the Primitives minute by minute for all of eternity."
Ugh.
Okay, well
That's cryptic.
that's a strange email to get here.
I think it's.
I bet it's bull.
Yeah.
Baloney.
I was gonna say it's bullshit. I'm gonna behave just exactly as I behaved before I heard that.
So, I mean, I don't know how somebody sends an email from the afterlife, but okay, well, I'm sure we can just forget about that.
Yeah.
Back into what we were trying to do, which is to recap. Last episode, we saw Ultra Magnus re-delegate Dinobot duties from the bumbling Blur to the immeasurably more capable Cup and Hot Rod. We saw Cup start to tell one of his iconic war stories. And the gang split up with HR. That's Hot Rod. That's a note that I write, but I'm not supposed to say HR. The gang split up with Hot
peek
Rod.
behind the curtain.
Hot Rod, Cup, and the Dinos are in one ship, Ultra Magnus, or UM, as I have it written here.
I write that too.
Springer, RC, and Perceptor, Blur, and Daniel, they're kind of headed towards another ship. So we kick off at the 40-minute mark.
When you do the abbreviation for RC, do you put AC?
So as we kick off the minute, Springer and Daniel are running up to the ship while Ultra Magnus and Perceptor are covering them with some gunfire. And Springer says to Daniel, "If you're going to get space sick, you're going to walk home."
Yeah, which is, it's a good thing they do have artificial gravity because in actual astronauts, 75% of them will get nauseous in microgravity.
Every time, or just
Some of them never get over it. Like sometimes it takes a few days. Some of them they're sick.
They're just sick the
like
whole
taking
time.
motion sickness pills is pretty much mandatory in space.
I wonder. So, like, I mean, I'm sure that an astronaut has like barfed while in space before,
Yeah.
right?
In fact, during one of the Apollo missions, this is sort of related. There's audio where to poop, you have to poop in a bag, and apparently, like some of it got out and it was floating around. And he's like, Neil.
Really?
Yes.
That's audio for the website.
Yeah, I'll add that in. Yeah, there's floating lunar turds.
Neil's
How did you know it
dookie.
was Neil's?
I don't remember if it was really Neil, but they did say somebody was like, "God damn it," or something like that. Anyway,
The most educated, heroic men on the planet, and their space hijinks. And the thing that I like about it is, like, I guess Transformers can get grossed out by human biological shit. I don't know. As we go into 403 is where we are now. Ultra Magnus and Perceptor, they hop on the ship. The ship continues to take heavy fire.
This is the one with the red accents on
Yes.
the exterior of the ship.
yes.
That does lead to some animation errors later on.
Oh,
Well,
so
They
that's,
can't keep two
shocking.
colors straight.
so that's a thing. All right. Okay.
But-
It's a real rumble frenzy
keep
situation.
your track on it. Keep
Right
track
on.
of
Word.
what's the trim on each ship. Keep track
Word.
of that. But this begs a question because there's so much laser fire on this scene. How strong are the lasers? I mean,
Not very strong.
they could like do Transformers, can they adjust their laser strength? Does it depend on the moment? I mean, obviously it's all just bullshit. But
No, it depends. They
Yeah.
adjust their laser strength depending on the current plot lot. The current plot that's
Well,
going on.
and as we covered earlier, like with Hot Rod shooting at the shuttle, like it's a couple shots are just glancing blows. One blows a hole straight through it.
right. Why in a war situation is it just not set to kill all the time?
Because
or whatever the most
movie.
destructive
Well, I'm
setting
trying to
is.
think of
Sure,
a
it's sort of like the Galvatron thing where he just
Yeah.
it's like vapor or turned the Starscream into ash.
I'm trying to think of a witty reply, but it's obviously because movie. But
The only thing I'm just trying to help the movie out. The only thing I could think of is maybe it's energy preservation. Maybe
Sure.
it's more energy to whatever.
It's sort of why the Enterprise doesn't travel at warp 9 all the time.
Right. So
what would happen if it traveled at warp?
I would imagine that the lithium crystals would be depleted.
more quickly.
I assume they heal somehow, but so you gotta or you go into dry dock.
I don't watch Star Trek, so dilithium crystals, they're self-healing.
I would imagine, but I mean they go because Voyager's a little different, but they're stuck in the Delta Quadrant and they don't have access to any space stations or anything. But I would imagine there's some refueling, like a battery charging.
I'm sure this is discussed. I'm sure there's Trekkies out there that have
No, nobody's ever talked about
this.
Never. It's
Well,
never been covered.
At any rate, this ship takes a lot of shots. So from inside the ship, we are now seeing Springer and Ultra Magnus kind of at the captain's helm area here. Ultra Magnus gives out a hurry as if Springer wasn't trying to go fast. But so Springer hits a lever. And then we see what is becoming an all too familiar rocket boosting animation.
4013.
Was that the third time that this happened?
One more bite at the booster apple.
Do it.
Hey, it's a great animation.
It is.
And then we got Daniel looking out the window.
Yeah, there's some cool lighting effects there. And guess what? Ultra Magnus is kind of an asshole.
Yeah.
Because RC is still outside that fucking ship.
Shouldn't Daniel be strapped in?
No.
Do they just have him standing at a window of a spaceship?
Why
that's
at this
taking
point
off?
would they be taking safety measures?
True.
There are no seatbelts in any of these vehicles. I mean, you want to imagine even the Transformers would want to be strapped in, but
Do you think if I reposted my D is for endangerment meme again, that it would get more than one like?
I have noticed that some people did like it again. Like they went through and found it.
Oh, I can tell you right now, Serge Bomba, the second that we posted a new episode, I could tell that he was having pity on me for the
sweetheart of a man.
Listen.
The 6 + 11, 17, I got like 2 pity likes.
I feel like pity is really underrated. I lost my virginity because of pity. So, I mean, whatever.
And that is a true story, ladies and
It is-
gentlemen.
that is
not
completely-
a self-deprecating one-liner.
That is 100% true.
to Serge Bomba, by the way.
Yes.
He is a sweetheart of a man.
Yes, so generous.
So here's the deal. Fuck you, Ultra Magnus, because you're either one, too terrible of a leader to keep track of the 4 people on your watch, or you're too selfish to care. Because, Daniel's like, oh, RC's still out there, and the ship is stationary when he says that. He says, RC is still out there, and she's running towards the ship, and then the ship takes off.
No, because Springer has already hit the contact lever, so the boosters are just now pushing it.
It just took a second
Yeah.
for the gas to hit the...
Why was she left behind in the first
That's
place?
a great, good question. And we'll cover this, I think it's the next minute in the original script. They leave a lot more people behind. But there's a bigger cast.
They completely forgot about her. I used to do that to my sister when I first got my driver's license. I'd be like, okay, you can get in now. And she goes in and I pull up a little bit. You know that trick?
Yeah, and then she gets run over
Yeah.
and gets caught in the back wheels.
Yeah, it's hilarious.
And this is another situation where, it's like at 40-20 where she really starts running. But what? Okay, again, you're a car. Be a car.
That's true.
You go so much faster.
Right, she should transform into a car to get up to the ramp.
It's like the Spike and Bumblebee running to the
you
shuttle.
can't think that fast. Springer shows up to, because he's a rescuer kind of guy. Mm-hmm. And he yells out, jump.
He's really the only one that does anything ever.
Really?
In this whole movie.
I have no idea why Springer isn't taking over leadership of the Autobots at this point, but RC takes a tremendous leap and reaches out. And this is the one moment, ladies and gentlemen, where Springer grabs her wrist, and it's appropriate.
I wrote that down
I
too.
would agree.
At 40-27, finally we have our first and likely only completely appropriate wrist grab.
Yeah, his hands are huge.
They are.
Oh man,
You
he
know what
only
that
has
means.
to use one finger. It's Pleasure Town in Autobot City.
No, that's not what I was going for.
Yeah, you were talking about banging.
So, obviously, Ben Coe, you can tell that that's Ryan talking in that situation and not Aaron. Okay, there we go. Yeah.
So at this point, RC gets pulled in as the ship is taking off. Great animated sequence in that, like, it's got to be hard to animate something like this. There's a lot going on. The ground, we're looking at specifically at the 40-30 mark, and there's shots being fired and blasting on the ground. The ground is kind of moving. The ship is taking
Cool
off
shot.
and going along. Like, that's a lot of work going into that, and pulling it in. You see more shots on the ground. It's kind of a repeated explosion effect that's happening, but that's okay. Daniel goes over, hits a button.
He shuts the door.
He shuts the door.
In particular, at this part, I noticed watching it a couple of times, the DiCola score is really good.
Oh,
badass.
We were all rocking out to it, doing
Yeah, I
air
was really
guitar
into
work. It is fantastic. RC is in. She's safe. She says that was close.
Yeah.
Or was it Daniel that says that was close? I can't remember. But
Yeah, Daniel,
I think
says
Daniel
it was
says it,
close.
Okay, I just wrote that was close. And then Springer says, believe it or not, this is the fun part.
And,
That's how he talks.
What could that possibly mean?
I don't really know.
Don't understand that line at all.
I think what he's trying to say was that, like, this is, like, I guess I don't know.
No, it doesn't.
In my head, I'm like, that means,
Compared
it
to
means
what?
that, like, this is easy.
You fucking
Later
lunatic.
on, there's
what are
going
you
to be.
talking about?
This is easy. Later on, there's going to be hard stuff.
So he should say, believe it or not, this is the easy part.
Maybe, but it isn't.
Does fun
it's the hardest part.
Does fun equal easy?
They're about
No.
to get
Fun can
away,
be hard.
so that seems like the easy part. I don't know.
It doesn't make sense.
All right, fine.
It's a dumb thing for him to say.
That's why he's not leader. So the ship takes off. Lots of flame and fire and expulsion. And it flies off into the air and starts to kind of settle into the stratosphere here. And right around this point, Ultra Magnus says to the whole team, congratulations, Autobots. We've lost them. Rest while you can.
Mm-hmm. And Caleb, we're back. We're in space now, and we're never coming back to Earth.
Thank God. Time for the party.
So my question
things are
is
getting
how did they lose them?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's true.
Because
they didn't for long.
well, Calvatron and the crew were faster, more nimble.
Caught them
And
by
got to
surprise.
Earth from Cybertron in a minute.
Already flying.
So the only thing we can maybe consider is maybe they ran out of energon from the attack, and
Yeah. These ships are a lot
guys
faster. I
got
don't
away. Maybe these guys are like Bowser in Mario Kart. They're slow from the jump, but
They accelerate.
Over
they keep
time, they
accelerating.
are the
yeah.
fastest.
Are they back on Earth taking over the planet?
No,
That's not a priority.
that,
we
that,
just
that
forget. We don't know.
we never
what's
go
going-
back to Earth.
Somehow these guys got away. That's basically what the movie is saying here, without much explanation.
And I guess
at all.
I guess they just wanted to get away. They don't really have a destination because I was thinking, oh, why don't they don't get to Cybertron? Like, how did they go to planets in between? But they're not going to Cybertron, so they're just kind of like it's just a mystery where
So
they're
there's
going.
so who's on the blue ship and who's on the red ship?
Well, Ultra Magnus and Springer and RC and Daniel and Perceptor are on the red one,
Okay.
and Hot Rod and Cup and the Dinobots are on the blue one, supposedly.
All right, guys, and so that really brings us to the end of the minute here. So I guess we'll get into the actor.
You hear that?
What?
Yeah, what is it?
Is that rock and roll?
Did you play that?
No.
I'm not doing that. I hear it come through my headphones.
Oh,
Well, hey, you motherfucking assholes.
Casey Kasem.
It's me, Casey Kasem, and I'm the ghost of Transformers Christmas Past. You douchebags. You have been terrible people, and I'm here to talk about it.
So the email we got earlier, this is real? Am I
It could be
dreaming?
unrelated. Nobody knows. That was not a burner email.
Casey, have I been naughty or nice this year?
You've been a real fucking dickhead. And I hope you die real soon.
Oh, no.
Gosh, that's harsh. You have been the worst of all. I see what you do at night. Well, I can't get off unless someone watches.
Casey, now, why exactly do you hate us?
Well, let me count the ways. You've imprisoned my eternal spirit, and it's just pain and suffering all the time, interspersed by having to talk about your terrible podcast.
So, are there any benefits of your association with us at all?
Well, no. Next question. I guess I'm here to answer some fucking questions. I don't even know why I showed up.
What do you miss about the afterlife? Like, because of you being trapped in this temporal limbo at our doing, what do you miss most, I assume, about heaven?
Well, listen, here's the thing. There's no heaven, it's just darkness and you don't exist unless somebody calls you up, and I guess your spirit has to coalesce and be trapped, and then you're conscious again. It's kind of like, you know, when you get shampoo in your dick hole? You know that burning feeling?
I felt that.
Kind of like the clap. Well, it's like that, but all over your body.
So, but doesn't at least being dragged from nothingness into somethingness give you some kind of, good feeling or something to do?
I'd rather be in hell. If hell existed, which it doesn't. Spoilers.
Is there any lesson that we're supposed to learn?
You're the ghost
by
of Christmas past.
I'm here. You're being bad, and you change that. You know what would be a good way to start is to free my spirit from this bond of eternal servitude.
That's not going to happen.
Yeah.
Ryan is the one
Probably not.
Actually, he's got the Ouija board. Ryan, what do you think?
I mean, okay, so here's my question. Like, if when you die there's just nothing, what is our impetus, or why should we change our ways if we're just not going to be punished at all?
Oh, yeah. Good question.
Just stop it. Be good. You be good. Or else somebody else will punish you, maybe. Somebody will make you do a podcast.
Wait, Casey Kasem, are you also Bill Cosby?
Listen to this. Now, okay, it drifts in and out sometimes. It's really hard to be on this plane of existence. So sometimes my voice goes a little weird.
All right, well...
I have one question before Casey has to go. Casey Kasem, when am I going to have my next orgasm? Well, here you go. Oh, it's in my pants.
So
Caleb, you want one? Casey maybe will give you one. No? All right.
He hates us, but he can give us orgasms?
It was like the edging videos. So it wasn't a good orgasm.
Subreddit ruined orgasms.
That's right.
r/ruined orgasms.
Hey, side note, why is that a fucking thing, you weirdos?
I'm subscribed to it. Shut up.
It'd be cool if Casey could give us a top 12, like 12 days of Christmas, like a countdown of some sort.
Just off the cuff, I'll definitely do that.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just talking.
12 days of Transformers Christmas.
Transformers Christmas.
Just tell me give us the Transformers version of the 5 golden rings part, and then we'll let you or your soul rest for now.
5 purple sweeps.
That was really lame, Casey Kasem.
You're a fuckhead. Gotta go. Bye.
He just evaporated into sort of a mist.
Yeah, it smells like pine.
Yes.
He smells like a freshly mown over Brazilian forest.
For some reason, all I smell is car bombs.
Okay, well, I guess we'll just
Real
go
weird.
on here. Yeah, that was kind of cool, though. I haven't actually talked to him that much before. He's a pretty cool guy.
No, I think he's an asshole.
Well, I mean, I'd be mad, too, in his situation, but
True.
He's lived a life. And a death.
And a death.
Certainly has lived a life.
So I don't have any voice actors, guys, but I have a surprising amount of script deviations. I typically, as the listener may or may not know, my script deviations tend to be a little closer to what we see on screen, as it is a later draft. And then Ryan has these crazy, wild, psychedelic script deviations that are way more interesting. But I've got some good stuff this time for once.
Sweet.
Cool. So there's some dialogue that didn't appear. So at one point, Ultra Magnus says to the crew, "No time to preheat. This ship can take it." And Perceptor is saying, "With an accelerated ignition procedure, the ceramic housings might create a magnetic flux." "What?" says Ultra Magnus. Springer, then he pushes the joystick forward and says, "He means go for it."
And this again, yes, I have actually, that's in my too. Okay. But again, Springer is Ultra Magnus really comes off, and they only do it I think once or twice in the movie, but Ultra Magnus really comes off as kind of a dullard whenever he doesn't understand what Perceptor says, and then has to be translated by Springer.
And it's only mild scientific jargon.
You get more in depth if you're watching an episode of Star Trek.
Right, yeah, no kidding.
What do they call that jargon? Is there a name?
Technobabble.
Yeah, right on.
We're going to get into that, spoiler alert, in our next episode, Technobabble, because we're going to get right into polarities. But that's a little preview for next time.
Okay.
So Springer pushes the joystick forward, the rockets surge, and when he does this, I guess a sweep is flying underneath the ship, and it melts a sweep.
An accidental Decepticon kill.
That's right. There are more battles in the air. Like in the sequence that I have, there's like lots of dogfighting, and within that dogfighting, there's sort of these like Top Gun style moments where Springer gives a thumbs up through the window at Hot Rod and the other ship.
Yeah.
And finally, at the very least, this script has an explanation of how they shake the Decepticons. So to finally shake them, Cup and Ultra Magnus communicate via radio. I hope I'm not stealing too much thunder from Ryan, but they communicate via radio. Remember what we did off Beta 4? And Cup does remember that. So they fire missiles at a large asteroid, which is split into several parts, and it serves as kind of a screen for the Autobots. And the script actually says, think of this scene as the video game Asteroids.
Vector graphics.
So they fire at this asteroid. It splits into several parts, which hit other asteroids and split them into several parts. And the script says asteroids keep banging into each other like pool balls after a violent break. And so these asteroid pieces barely miss the Decepticon ships, while the space around them is filled with lava, dust, gas, and explosions. And well, that's inside the bigger asteroids.
When asteroids hit each other, they turn into lava.
Yeah, that's a new thing.
That's what science.
So with all of this going on, it gives the Autobots an opportunity to get into hyperspace, and Galvatron's ship starts to emerge from all that chaos, and Cyclonus is like, the explosions jammed my sensors and I've lost the Autobots. And Galvatron then says, damn it, they did the same thing to me off of Beta 4. So this makes no sense whatsoever. I mean, I like the explanation of how the Autobots got away. At least that happened and would have been exciting to see on screen. But like, there's no, like, Galvatron was just created into existence.
Maybe it's another Megatron thing.
Was it a reference back to Megatron?
Maybe so. Yeah, maybe so. Maybe that's vestigial Megatron.
That's way different than mine.
Okay.
Oh, awesome.
Oh, my God. Wow.
Okay.
It is I, Starscream.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
With
The
other
ghost of Christmas present.
So can
you
I
brought
have
us presents?
Yeah, we have presents.
I've no presents for you, except for a presence of mind. The two of you, the three of you, in fact, are all sinners.
Oh,
Sinners.
I didn't know you were religious, Starscream.
I've come to set you on the right path.
Oh God.
Another one of these guys.
Ryan.
Yeah.
No, actually, I think I'd like to start with...
Okay.
I think I'd like to start with you, Caleb.
If you prefer.
I would like to reveal to you visions of present day in order to hasten your repentance.
Oh, hey, listen. Based on my presence right here with you guys, I'm ready to repent, whatever it takes.
Caleb,
Yes.
close your eyes.
Okay.
I take you to your living room.
Oh yeah.
Your children are laughing, but your wife is sad.
That's about right.
Why is she sad, Caleb?
Oh, who knows?
Look on your fireplace mantle.
Okay.
There's an advent calendar.
Yes, I see it.
You've only eaten 13 of the chocolates.
Yes.
It's Christmas Eve.
Oh.
You need to catch up.
Okay. I need to eat more chocolate.
You must eat all the chocolates.
This sounds awesome.
So she seems really upset about not having chocolate eaten?
Yeah.
She really wanted to keep up with it this year. You guys never keep up with
Sure.
it.
Well, obviously, just like most things, I'm pretty confused about her expectations.
Oh, so it's on her. She doesn't communicate.
Right. I don't know.
Caleb, I beg of you. Eat the chocolates.
Oh, if you insist.
That is your path forward. No, you don't have to eat them now.
okay,
We're coming
so-
back to the studio,
But
away from the visions.
But I want to eat the chocolates.
You just do it later.
But they're so tasty.
Have one
Okay.
for the road.
So good.
Ooh, a coconut one.
No, yeah.
You.
Where'd you come from?
I was there too.
Oh, okay.
I took us all on this journey.
I see.
Close your eyes, Ryan.
Okay. Here we go.
I'm taking you inside the deepest recesses of your computer's hard drive.
Oh,
It's
God.
pretty full.
No. Oh, Jesus. Do I have to come along?
You've got to see this.
No.
I see a folder.
Oh.
It's called Jet's Mysterious Folder of
God.
Esoterica. Why do you use such long folder names? First
Well,
of all,
if it's trickery, maybe somebody wouldn't think, oh, this is...
Mysterious Folder of Esoterica?
I'd had a lot of gin. I didn't even remember this folder.
We're going deeper inside this folder.
Sweet.
God.
There's another folder. It's called Climacophilia. You know what's in that folder.
It's...
You terrible, terrible person.
Well, listen. It's not illegal.
For the listener, climacophilia is the sexual fetish of arousal by people falling downstairs.
I mean, listen.
Thousands and thousands of videos and GIFs or GIFs, however you humans pronounce it.
It's not my choice to feel like this is something that just happened. And I didn't know until I was 10 years old and watched America's Funniest Home Videos and had a spontaneous orgasm in front of my family.
You are disgusting.
Well,
Delete the folder. Delete all files held within.
can I keep it on the cloud?
Can we keep one file?
Choose your favorite,
Well,
the
this
funniest,
one-
the one that would get you the most upvotes on Reddit or likes on Twitter.
I have one with Caleb.
Wait a minute.
You set that up?
It was just a happy accident. I
Even
just
as an
happened to be
omnipresent
recording,
ghost, I
and
didn't know that.
He went into. Yes, I put the tripwire, but look, he didn't. He's fine.
He broke his neck.
That would explain why you had the camera with you when we went and visited the Aztec temple in Yucatan.
Yes, at the Coba. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
it had like 300 steps.
Yeah,
and
I
I
fell
fell
down
from
all
the
of them.
top to the bottom. And you were just standing there going,
I almost fell myself.
Ryan.
You're fine now.
As the ghost of Christmas present, I must beg of you to apologize to Caleb. Repent for this action.
I'm sorry. It made me so horny. And look. I didn't know that you'd get hurt. It's just
okay.
300 stone steps. I thought it would be. I put a pillow down there.
Sure.
And
I accept your apology.
Great.
I know it's not going to happen again. By the way, let me real quick. I need to go down. I'm going to go down in the cellar here, at Aaron's house. I'm going to get a bottle of wine for us.
Great.
Okay, just hold on. I know it's okay. And I appreciate you apologizing. And I'll be right back. Oh God!
Oh, fuck, that was good. Is this what you wanted us to happen?
There's no way you will ever see the gates of heaven if you continue down this path. I'm addressing my attention to Aaron.
You son of a bitch!
Sorry.
Yeah, Starscream, what's up?
I need to show you nothing. You treat people with dignity
Oh, boy.
and respect. Your life is perfect. My job here is complete. I'm going back to the plane. Goodbye.
I've seen therapy sessions like this before.
I feel like you really got some short shrift. I feel like that maybe I could even mention some things, Aaron, that the ghost should have brought up. Yeah. But it seems like he had an agenda. Weird.
I assume that ghost knows all and sees
Yeah,
all.
so you're doing great.
All right. Well, I mean, apparently.
Christ.
Super.
So no, we got another one coming at some point.
I guess
if
it's
the
gonna be
email is true,
Sure, I
guess.
think it's fake. I still believe it's fake, even after two ghosts.
Even after-
Coincidence.
Well, Ryan, I assume that you have better. I guess we'll get back into these notes and deviations.
Yeah, the script deviations.
What do you got going
Yours
on?
is there's a lot that was in yours, like
I am excited. I'm hoping there's something different.
there's more like Springer springing around with Daniel and bounds into the shuttle.
I remember that stuff. That was really lame.
He does have the line, but if you get space sick, but the line's a little different. But if you get space sick, I'll put you in quarantine, which is a much worse line.
It's like Transformers Timeout.
It's like falls flat.
And so Blur blurs onto the scene, and he's telling RC to hurry up.
He's telling RC to hurry up.
Yes. There is an interesting Blur part where he blurs across to a sweep in humanoid mode and runs him over, talking all the while, then blurs back to rejoin RC. And Ultramax does say that no time to preheat thing, can the ship take it? And then basically it's pretty much the same. They start to take off, and there's a thumbs up. There's no part about what we did on beta, whatever.
Okay.
They do something else. Springer says this will be a piece of carbon cake.
Oh, God.
And then hold the icing, whatever that fucking means.
He says this will be a piece of carbon cake. Hold the icing.
That's right. And then...
I don't like icing.
I'm starting to kind of like Ron Friedman a little bit.
The ship's taking a bunch of hits, and Cup says, Roger, but not for long. We're getting pasted. And then Ultramagnet says, strap in. We're going to hypervault.
Hypervault.
And Cup says...
Is that like Al Pacino's vault?
You mean...
Al Capone's vault?
Al Capone?
Al Pacino's vault is much different.
Did Al Pacino play?
Hooah!
No, Al Pacino never played
Danny,
Capone.
not Danny. Robert De Niro played
Yeah.
played Al Capone.
Delete
I want
all
their
of
family
this.
dead. I want their kids dead. That kind of shit.
Yep.
Yeah, we'll be
I've
cutting
never
all
seen
that
it.
out.
All right.
Okay.
No, it's staying. And then Cup says, vaulting now! Okay, I'm just going to read this because it is bonkers.
All right.
On the shuttle, as first Ultra Magnus' shuttle and then the Dinobot shuttle shoot forward and up through Astrotrain the Decepticons with infinite speed, the image of each shuttle trailing after it, creating an enormously long and continuous after image that, unlike Blur's trailing image, does not fade as it passes. This long after image, like a frozen snake of picture showing the shuttles vanishing into deepest space, suddenly swallows itself up from foreground, reeling up into itself in the infinite distance of space where it vanishes into a blazing pinpoint, which then vanishes completely, accompanied by a musical inhalation of sound that echoes distantly and then also fades away, leaving only blank space where it had been.
Yeah, I can imagine that.
Sure,
Yeah.
I don't know what an inhalation of sound is, but... And that's basically the end of that minute. So they go into deep space, into hypervaulting, all the way.
That sound effect, Caleb, is why you've got the most memorable voice on the podcast. Okay, well, what's left, guys?
I don't know. Well,
Oh, don't we generally do like a...
a what? A thing?
Wait a minute. This is that... I guess this must be that third ghost.
I'm the ghost of the iconic moment, and also the ghost of Transformers Christmas.
Christmas?
All right, take it again. You can do it.
Nope.
You can
Christmas.
Christmas.
Christmas?
I'm the ghost of the iconic moment, and also the ghost of Transformers Christmas. Did I do it again?
So are you trying to say Christmas, Pat?
Yes.
Christmas future.
Yes, I am.
Okay.
So, you know, we haven't got a chance to talk a lot. You show up around every episode. What do you do?
I talk about the iconic moments.
But you don't really.
You just show up, say that, and then disappear.
We kind of all talk about that.
I'm the ghost of an iconic moment.
Do you have something to teach us?
Was an iconic moment.
Okay.
And now I'm a ghost of that iconic moment.
Okay, so
But also, I'm a ghost of Transformers Christmas.
Christmas.
No, Christmas future.
So is that like having two jobs? Like during the day, you kind of work at like a local convenience store,
Pro
but at
bono. It's pro bono.
all of it.
All of it. I actually have a regular paying job as a clerk at TJ Maxx.
Wow. So this is your busy time of year.
Yes.
Being a Christmas ghost of Transformers
Yes.
and retail.
They're making me work extra hours. I have to work until 11 at night and face product. I'm so sick of it.
Industry terms.
I'm glad that you found the time to.
Come on by.
They
Come in
didn't
here.
give me a Christmas bonus.
A bonus.
Bonus.
So you are the ghost of iconic moments. So are you the remnants of iconic moments that have died somehow?
I was an iconic moment.
Okay, I guess you
Now
explained that.
They did
I
I think he
died,
covered it.
And now I'm a ghost. It's really hard to explain this on Tinder when I'm trying to get someone to date. I brought someone to my Christmas party at TJ Maxx.
Well, at least they have a party for you guys.
Yes, but it was really lame this year. This year it was at Ryan Steakhouse.
Wow, that's...
And the food was really terrible.
What's the worst part is like that restaurant closed like a year and a half
We
ago.
played Secret Santa, and I keep getting stuck with the gift card that is for the...
What's the gift card for?
Gift card was for Spencer's Gifts.
Oh, wow.
That shitty store in the mall?
Yes, like
They
I
have
need
dildos.
another Green Day T-shirt.
Well, you could also get the sphere with the lightning inside of it.
Oh, yeah, that you touch. Can you touch things?
No,
Then how do you swipe on Tinder?
it's very difficult.
It's really hard. You gotta concentrate like the
I don't
ghost,
know why
like
I'm
the guy in
here.
Ghost.
So, okay. I think we sort of understand why your role is the voice of the iconic moment, but I don't understand your role as the ghost of Christmas future. Do you need to take us into the future and show us what the world is going to be like if we don't like
Things
change
that
things
maybe.
around?
Come with me.
Oh, here we go.
Look,
Oh,
what do you see around you?
it's kind of hazy.
TJ Maxx. This is me on Christmas Eve.
So this is your future?
It sucks.
So, okay.
I have no date. I'm working here in the stationery department.
Oh, there's an old redheaded lady come up. She looks really angry.
That's
like,
my date from Tinder. She doesn't look like her picture at all. I need to hide. What a horrible future.
I feel like, so this is, you just are really upset about your future. You don't, it's not about us at all. You just want to show us how bad it is for you.
for you.
Yes.
All right.
Now we're going back.
Oh,
Bye-bye, you asshole.
okay, wow.
Oh, he doesn't like us.
He doesn't like us
either. I don't even know how we did to mistreat him.
He just shows up. I didn't
we
even
didn't
summon
him from
Hey guys, how's it going?
hey.
You were pretty quiet during that whole
Well,
thing.
no, I didn't come along with you guys on that one.
Oh, you're in the cellar. That's right.
No, dude, I was over at TJ Maxx.
Oh, did you pick anything up? Good.
I picked up some chick in some red outfit. Some other guy with a high-pitched voice was trying to pick her up, but
But you swung in
I
and
did.
nice. Did you
Yep.
kick sand in that person's face?
I did.
Good.
And he was like, ooh.
What a piece of shit.
Yeah,
Wow.
I think so.
Big night.
Oh God. Okay. Well, we normally talk about iconic moments.
Oh, yeah.
You guys got anything for that?
No. I honestly watched this 3 times and I'm like, and it's fine, but.
I just, RC is dumb. They left her behind.
Next time on the Autopod Decepticast.
Cup is gonna tell yet another war story. Hot Rod trains Luke Skywalker style. Very relevant because of the current Star Wars movies, guys. So it is listener appreciation season between now and December 31st. Please rate and review us on iTunes. Send us a little note with your mailing address, and we will send you something secret, but nice and personal, and hopefully you'll find it more charming than the ghost of Casey Kasem finds us. Do the deed. Send us your address. International friends, please. It's important you let us know because we aren't getting any indicators of any ratings on international iTunes stuff, so let us know.
I hear we're trending in China.
Do you think there's TJ Maxx's in China in the Guangdong province?
I bet there are.
You think Ben's like, what the fuck are they talking about?
This TJ Maxx, this Ryan's Steakhouse.
Yes.
So many American references.
I'm sure he gets the idea. His name is Ben.
That's true.
All right.
Don't-
Ben listening.
And loving Caleb.
Word up. Okay.
Don't forget, if you've already reviewed, send us your goods and we'll send you ours. Sorry. I don't know what I was doing when I typed that.
I like it. Oh, yeah. I was just going to say, go to our podcast webpage because I always do put up some fun things there. I think I've got some stuff to put on there. I'll definitely put the Apollo audio of
I
floating
want to hear
turds.
that myself.
But yeah, check that out.
Before we get out of here, guys, did you learn any lessons? Is there anything you're going to do differently going forward?
I mean,
based on the specters that visited us this eve?
Obviously, I need to eat some more chocolates on the end.
That's right.
And probably should just thank my lucky stars that I have a wife and I'm not like a desperate schmo like the ghost of iconic moment Christmas
Yeah,
Transformers
whatever the fuck
feature.
his name is, loser.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna get everybody TJ Maxx cards this year, gift cards,
Nice.
Yeah.
so you can get some terrible merchandise.
I'm just gonna buy the family of a hobbled child. Fresh Christmas goose.
The one as big as me.
Buy them the biggest fucking goose ever.
You're gonna flip a boy
They
a
can't even-
coin
they're
and
like,
send him to the
yeah,
market.
It's like, we can't even fit this in our fridge.
Well, they cook it, presumably.
They don't have a fridge. They're poor.
Also, it's the 1800s.
All right, iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, and TuneIn. Follow us on our social media, Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, all of them at APOD Decast. Ryan already talked about the shit he's going to put on the website. If you're an
right.
iTunes user, you've got a week. Rate, subscribe, get something cool.
And Merry fucking Christmas.
And happy holidays, everybody.
Bye.
Happy holidays. Bye, bye, bye.
Usually I lose at that game, but I got a $25. I got a $25 gift certificate to Alamo Draft House, which I'm pretty excited about.
Nice.
Have you been to Alamo yet?
You got me a ticket to it.
Yeah, have you been?
Yeah, I went with your wife.
You went with my wife.
West and Andy and I went to see it.
Oh, that's right.
And West and I have been to probably 3 or 4. Like, it's really the only theater I go to anymore.
Yeah, it's so
because
good.
I don't like the whole thing I didn't like about going. I mean, of course, I spend like $60 every time I go.
It's expensive.
But I like the fact that you don't have to worry about getting seats,
Right, there is pre-assigned.
so you can get there like 5 minutes before it starts.
Yeah, and also the previews are good. The promos, the promotions, the marketing that they do is top notch.
And the whole no tolerance of talking
Yeah.
or cell phone thing.
By the way, we would love for Alamo Draft House to be a
Sponsor.
sponsor of.
I'm sure. I don't know if they sponsor Ribbon Podcasts.
We need to print up some stuff to put up at the 1984 arcade.
Yeah, I mean, I have posters. We just need to print it out and take it.
We're never going to promote this show.
We're allowed now. I've been given permission for us to put posters up at the front door of the arcade.
Sweet.
That sounds like this.
It's better than nothing.
What do you mean?
It's the only place. It's the only place in
We've
there.
finally been given permission to put our flyers up at the arcade.
Was there a work story you wanted to tell, Caleb?
I do have a funny.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's funny.
Okay.
Kind of had to be there, but anyway.
Oh, good.
You won't find this funny at all. So my work had our Christmas party over at the Knights of Columbus Hall over on Grand Avenue. It was catered, and it's this back ballroom that they have. Okay.
La-di-da.
Yeah, very fancy, schmancy.
At the KOC.
Yeah, and so so then there's other rooms obviously in this building, and there's other events going on, and so we're doing this. We're having this activity, and everybody's sitting down at these tables, and we're eating and stuff. I look over, and like other people are looking over, and there's like 3 or 4 pretty old ladies like walking out of the women's bathroom, and like just looking around at us, and like looking confused, and like they don't know where they are. And one of them walks over and goes, "I'm sorry, but I'm lost."
To you?
To
Or
one
to
of
another
the
old lady,
tables.
okay.
Like it's obvious.
Okay.
And there's a game going on, so it's kind of quiet, so you can see them like wandering around. So from what I can deduce, they were in a separate event.
Mm-hmm.
And there's the bathrooms have like for example, they went into the women's restroom. There's a door to go in there, and there's another door that you can also enter next to that goes into our room. So they wandered into the women's restroom, but left through the wrong door into a completely different room where we were. So in their minds, they left the bathroom and and everyone had changed.
I love the idea that they were like, oh no.
Yeah.
Did we travel in time?
And there was multiple of them wandering out of the
is-
room looking confused and scared.
Just like herds
It
of
wasn't
old ladies.
just one lady. It was like 3 or 4 that looked out. But they didn't appear to be helping each other out. They were just each in their own isolated state of confusion as they walked out. And that's my hilarious story.
About the craziest Christmas party that ever was.